guys, it's Katie, and it's another Wednesday on our Sixth Sense. And this week is first time week, so I wrote down on this card, like, my first times doing things. Like, I just wrote down topics I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my first time doing those topics. And yeah, so let's just get right into this video because I really don't want a long intro for this. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so the first topic I'm going to talk about is my first meet and greet that basically started like me going to more meet and greets and stuff, because before I used to go to like concerts and not go for like meet and greets and stuff, but this is like what sparked my interest for like meet and greets and all that, because I found out that it's like really cool to meet your idols and stuff. So basically, this was June 2013. I don't know the exact date, but it was June 2013. And I don't know if you guys know Dakota Bradley, but he's a country singer, and I'm not very like much into country, but the way Dakota Bradley does it, I like. So I found out he was doing a free show in Frederick, Maryland, which is like a couple minutes away from me. So I kicked my friend, because we used to kick back then, because because I only had my iPod. Like, I didn't have texting, or like I had text, but like I had a cell phone, but like it wasn't a smartphone or anything, so I normally kicked people. So I kicked her and I was like, yo, Dakota Bradley's gonna be in Frederick, Maryland, we should go. And she's like, yeah. So we asked our parents and they both said yes, so we ended up going. And it was at this bar, and like everybody was like older except for us. Like, we were just there basically. And after the show, they're like, you can meet Dakota if you want and stuff. So we met him, and we stayed after the show too, because after like we met him and got our pictures, we stayed after, and he was still like talking to us, and he like gave us really like inspirational like speeches to both of us about how we should be confident in ourselves and all that. And his words meant so much to me that I just wanted to keep going to meet and greets, because it was a great experience. So yeah, that's my first meet and greet ever. And yeah, so we're gonna just roll into the next topic. Like, I'm not gonna like pause and all that, because I just want to get right into like each one. So the next one was my first relationship. That's what I wrote on this. So we're gonna talk about my first relationship now. It was freshman year. And again, we used Kik because that was the thing back then. Kik is still around, but nobody really uses it anymore. I don't use it that much anymore, so it's kind of like gone out, like Fine's gone out basically. But anyways, I was talking to this guy who was a guy directioner. His name was Ben, and we were talking, and we ended up getting into a relationship. And it was a long distance relationship. I mean, I live in Maryland, he lived in Florida at the time, so we couldn't like see each other or anything. But he moved from Glen Burnie, Maryland, so he used to live in Maryland. But anyways, we were dating for about 2 weeks, and he broke up with me because he wasn't invested into the long distance thing. He's like, it's not gonna work out and stuff. So yeah, we broke up, and we haven't talked since. Like, I was hoping we could have still like been friends afterwards and still like talked about One Direction and stuff because he was a Directioner. But so that happened, and I haven't been in a relationship since because I'm very like not really picky, but like I have my preferences, and what I want isn't always like what I'm gonna like get and stuff. So there's that. And guys have like asked me out and stuff, and I turned them down because I'm not interested or I like somebody else. And yeah, so there's just a big thing of that. But when the time's right, I'll get a boyfriend, so it's all good. Okay, so the next one was my first time going to a public school, because I've been to private school up to 5th grade, and then after 5th grade, like when I went to 6th grade, I went to public school. So it was very scary because I didn't know anybody my first day or anything. Like, everybody had like, their set group of friends and everybody. I didn't have that. Like, I didn't know who to sit with at lunch or anything. And it was interesting because I never rode a school bus before, so riding a school bus was interesting for the first time. Like, I rode it for field trips, but I didn't really like ride it until 6th grade because we had to get our own transportation to and from school at a private school, obviously. So, and I also didn't have a cafeteria at private school. We ate at our classroom, so that was like interesting, and it was just like an interesting experience. And we even got like lockers and stuff, and I could wear what I want for the first time, which was so weird because I was so used to wearing uniform. But now I love wearing what I want. And yeah, so that was my first time basically going to public school. And yeah, okay, so this one is a kinda thing. Like, so I kinda had my first kiss, but not really. So I have like a couple stories, but there was one where I didn't really like this guy and stuff, and we didn't really like kiss, it was just like a peck. But we were at a water park at Walt Disney, and we kissed behind one of the water park things, and it was kind of cute and stuff, but it was just like we were too young and stuff, so like it wasn't like my real first kiss, and I hated it. I don't even want to go back to it. And then the other one was a dare. We were playing Truth or Dare, and I had to kiss this, like, one of my brother's friends, and I didn't really like him, so yeah. So I've never had my real first kiss, and people are like, oh, that's your first kiss and stuff. I'm like, no, because it was dared. Like, I don't want to have a kiss where it's like forced and stuff. So yeah, it's not my first kiss, I promise. So it's like a kind of first kiss, but not really. Okay, and then the first time I voted. Okay, so I voted yesterday for the first time because I turned 18 in July, so I got to vote. And it was interesting. I felt like I was taking a standardized test because, like, the ballots, you have to circle in, like, color and circle who you want and stuff. So I literally felt like I was taking a test, and it was the weirdest thing. And after all of it was done, I was like, wow, I'm 18 and I still don't feel like I'm 18. Like, I don't even look 18, so, you know. But it felt like I was taking a test, so that's my experience with that. Okay, I'm not gonna say who I voted for because I've been getting hate anyways, so we're just gonna move on. So, let's talk about my first time going to college. So, I'm a freshman in college this year, and transitioning into college feels so different. Like, I get to schedule what times I want for classes and stuff, and I actually really enjoy waking up late and stuff. Like, it's all fun, and like, I feel like I have more time management and stuff because I have off days, and it's just great. Like, I love it. Okay, let's move on because I don't want this video to be like so long, so I'm trying to go fast through like the last ones. So, my first time, I took a plane and a train alone. So, this is a like two-parter because one time I took a train alone to go to Connecticut, and that was interesting. And basically, you just have to know like what stop you're getting off of and all that. So, I made sure like I was ready to get off whatever stop I needed. And I just brought like a backpack of like my clothes and stuff because I was staying at a hotel for a night and I had to make sure I had like everything ready and secure. And yeah, so my train experience went great. And then the first time I rode my like the plane alone, it was kind of like scary, but like I rode a plane like a couple weeks before that with like my friends and stuff. So like it wasn't bad riding with my friend, but like riding alone was like weird because I got to the airport and got my bags checked, went to TSA, perfectly fine. And then I got something to eat, went on my plane when I had to board, and it was perfectly fine, so I had no problems. And yeah, so that was my first time going on a train and a plane alone. It was scary at first, but once you like ride it a lot, you get used to it. Like, I'm such a traveler, so I'm so used to like doing stuff like that. And then the first time I was staying at a hotel with no adults was at a press play last year. This was not the first time I stayed at a talent hotel, so like I was used to it. So, but this is the first time my mom didn't stay with me. She literally checked in my friend and me, and I stayed there, and it was perfectly fine because it wasn't like I was scared or anything, because I'm like, I was 16 at the time, and it didn't like faze me at all, so it was a great experience. But yeah, that's basically it. So I'm not gonna like cut this and add like an own outro for the ending, so I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up. It means a lot. Subscribe to us. Check out all my social medias down below. Check out Renee's video from yesterday. Sarah's video coming out on Saturday. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday.